A piece of Maine history is headed north. We have reported several times on the historic schooner Bowden. She is a national landmark, owned and sailed for the last 30 years by Maine Maritime Academy.
Now the Bowden is embarking on the latest voyage in her storied history to the northern seas. 207's Don Kerrigan was in Booth Bay Harbor to see her off. Hey, Don.
Hi there. A lot of fun to watch this, but also really impressive thinking about what these students and crew members are set off to do, sailing from Booth Bay Harbor all the way above the Arctic Circle. For all those on board, they hope it is going to be a challenging test and a chance to make new friends for Maine. For a final few minutes, the schooner Bowden sat quietly at the dock. But on deck and down below, her student crew was getting ready for the adventure of their young lives. Like Mackenzie Morin.
2 years ago, we spent about 2.5 weeks aboard.
But that was along the coast of Maine, taking local people for day sail trips. This one's a little bigger.
A lot bigger. Yeah.
So, are you excited?
Absolutely. Nervous too. I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong, but we do a lot of safety training and procedures and make sure we have all the safety equipment we need. So that kind of alleviates some of that.
She and the 9 other student crew members, some who have never taken a long sailing trip, may have a right to be nervous. They're sailing the Bowden to the cold waters of the Arctic.
Getting out of their comfort zone for sure, and that's kind of the name of the game.
Captain Alex Peacock is guiding the Bowden and her crew on the 2-month voyage. From Maine, around Nova Scotia, non-stop to Newfoundland, then north to harbors in Greenland, including above the Arctic Circle. The 103-year-old schooner could almost sail it by herself. Built in Booth Bay in 1921 for explorer Donald Macmillan, the Bowden has already made 23 trips to the frozen north, all for research on the Arctic environment and its people. 3 of those voyages were made after Maine Maritime Academy acquired the schooner. So you've crossed the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
Captain Andy Chase took her the first time.
You want to talk about how it's an adventure and it's all of that, but there's so many layers to it that they're not even going to know until years later sometimes.
Captain Peacock is also eager to get to the Arctic. He sailed the Bowden toward Labrador last summer.
We got up to the eastern seaboard of Labrador, so north of Newfoundland, and we were just turned around because of the ice.
Now they hope to take the ship much farther north for the first time in 16 years. Adventure, education, and cultural reconnection between the Bowden and the people of that remote land.
So we're hoping to, meet the same people or the next generations of their families and keep those friendships, those connections and relationships going.
And keeping that historical link with the North also matters to Maine Maritime Academy.
There is immense pride. She's doing her work that she was built for, and she looks beautiful, and she is in the shape that she's in because the school's committed to it.
And then, finally, it was time to sail. Time for the Morin family to send Mackenzie off to sea. When she told you she's going to sail to the Arctic?
We were like, go for it.
Really?
Can I get on board too?
Yeah. So Mom and Dad aren't nervous about this?
I mean, yes, as parents we're always nervous, but you just have to give them a little freedom.
And Connor Wigand, just off his freshman year.
Not too many people can say they've been to the Arctic on a 103-year-old boat.
With his family there to cheer him on.
Excited for him, proud of him, and I want to go on. So I'm kind of envious. So
I have faith in the boat.
Yeah.
Boat's been there and back many times. So.
Yes, it has, and that means something, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, Mom.
Then it was all on board. The bow line that held Bowden to the shore was cast off. Then the stern. And the Bowden once more headed north. The schooner carries a professional sailing crew of 6, including her captain. But the 10 students will share in the work and learn about the sea and life under sail. and likely learn a bit more about themselves.
It feels amazing. I mean, there's nothing better than just being out and you can't see anything else around you. It's just you and the boat, and that's your home, and you get to go wherever you want. It's kind of an amazing feeling.
They will be both adventurers and ambassadors for their school and for Maine itself, restoring ties with the far north that stretch back 103 years. A 2-month voyage, the Bowden is due back in her home port of Castine late in July. What a trip for those students and everybody on board, really. And along the way, the students will also be doing a bit of research and work involving their academic majors, ranging from small vessel operations to international business and all those kind of things. And you can follow the Bowden's voyage with a tracker on the Maine Maritime website.
Hard to imagine a better classroom.
Really? Yeah, I think so.
All right, good story. Thanks, Don.
Thanks.